Welcome to episode 11 of Webway Radio. I'm Kurt.
I'm Mark.
And today we are going to start a heresy book club, I think.
Yeah.
Kind of. Well, not start, but we're going to talk about the first 4 heresy books.
Yes, first 4.
It's a journey.
Yes.
Mark is experiencing these for the first time. He's heard a lot of things.
Yes.
A lot of it's spoiled, but now he gets to see the hows, the whys.
The context makes the things I knew so much more meaningful. It's like having the little details plucked out of context is fine, but
It's like, that's dumb. And then you realize there's like 400 pages of exposition about that. It's like,
right. YouTube shorts don't do it justice.
So just before we do kind of dive into it, there's some spoilers for the books. If you don't, and there's probably spoilers for Star Wars, probably a little bit of Andor sprinkled in. And I think I'm going to talk about the Night Lords trilogy, depending on how editing goes. So if you haven't listened to those or you care, maybe skip or come back. Or if you don't care and you want our kind of briefish rundown on the books, stick around.
Send it.
Yeah. I do play a game of 40K.
You do.
Which shocked me.
Now we've both had a relapse.
Yes. And we're back. Let's jump into hobby progress and games played. We'll be right back. All right, we're back.
We're back.
Let's talk hobby progress.
There is some for me for once.
I'll let you handle it because I have almost none.
Well, I built my Agrodons, so those are done.
And that's to go with the other unit?
Yes.
Or add to that
Yeah.
unit?
Not for this round, because
Sure.
I swapped my list around, but I think next round they go to a 6-man. But so those are built, so I don't have to build them anymore. They're like 20 plus 30 pieces or something per guy. So that's,
Wow.
yeah.
I think the Vulture guy was less pieces than that. It was pretty straightforward.
I don't know. Yeah, like, it's quite a bit for the Raptors there.
For what you would think.
Yeah.
Is that a newer kit?
Yes. It
Okay,
was with
so-
the Seraphon refresh. They replaced the old Saurus Knights.
Oh,
So they're-
okay.
They are
Nice,
very, very nice models.
Cool.
Other than that, I finished the set of, I guess, Lich Guard I had hanging around
Oh, yeah.
for Necrons. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. It's more just if I keep them or sell them, it makes more sense to build the 10 than have 7 built, and then here's some sprue junk. Like
Yeah.
I can just
Sure.
shuffle them or whatever. And then I built some Marines. I've been building...
Bouncing all over the place, man.
I know. Yeah. It's been a rough couple of weeks. I've been bouncing a lot, but
Okay.
I got company heroes.
Oh.
I did not have company heroes previously. So
I'm trying to think of which one that is.
that is the,
like part real-time strategy? Part,
no. Sorry. The
the
Space
sorry,
Marine
I thought we were
kit.
talking about PC
Yes,
games.
Yes. No. Never mind. Yeah. Space Marine company heroes. So the 2 veterans, the ancient and the champion that attach
okay.
to captains
Nice.
and have -1 to wound and 4 wounds each.
Wow.
Yeah, they're a pretty tough little
Decent,
squad.
yeah.
Yeah. So those would be cool to bring. Kind of my little, I guess, purchase for the month was those, and I got Marneus Calgar because he's going to become an Imperial Fist for my list.
Is it the Blue Fist?
No, he's going to be yellow. I just have to shave off all the what is that? Omega.
Yeah,
That off of everything, and that is going to take so long.
Now, will he still be Marneus, or is he going to be like a generic character for you?
I'm going to use him as Marneus.
Can you do that?
Yeah, it's kind of just I will play Ultramarines in air quotes. They're just going to be painted and done up, modeled like Imperial Fists. Because I mean, the rules now it's just which character do you want? And like Fists is I have 2 characters. That's it. That's the only thing that makes me Fists. So
in the Raven Guard.
yeah, yep.
Although
We got stuff.
that preview,
You actually got something
that
new.
character looks awesome.
I did actually. I like his lightning claws quite a bit more.
Yeah. And I hate, it's like, well, what do you do with Shrike now? Like,
I mean,
make him a character in the thing. Don't just be like, we have a new chapter master now, and just disappear him, as we talked about.
he's still in the.
Yeah, he went back to being like the whatever company captain.
Oh, okay.
But like, give him rules.
Yeah.
Let him lead a stealthy assault squad, or like, I don't.
Interesting. I mean, he has rules at least. He's still a dude.
But he's a chapter master, So will he lose the chapter master?
He would
like
probably lose the
invulns and
chapter
things?
master
So it's like
keyword. He'd still be captain. I think they just cut the one keyword off his list.
Yeah, but the new guy's the captain.
New guy's chapter master.
Well, he was acting chapter master. So I don't know.
I think.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
I don't know the Marine book that well. But anyway, from a lore perspective, he's like, I
that
just
is
don't wanna do
odd.
this anymore.
That is weird.
Yeah.
For mine, it was they redid Darnath Lysander, which you already faced him against Genestealer Cults. I think the only difference now is he has a 50 millimeter base instead of 40.
And he looks like 100 times cooler.
Yeah, which, I mean, Terminator characters probably should be on 50s if captains already are. It's kind of weird that he's on a 40, but so that'll be cool. I'll either put a base ring on mine or I guess I'll ignore the one I converted. It's fine.
Either way.
It's fine. Well, but
anything else hobby-wise? Does that wrap it up for you?
Pretty much, I guess. I've been trying to do more actual hobby instead of I beat Doom the Dark Ages and started it again. So on a harder difficulty, to be fair. But
on that same note, RimWorld's Odyssey expansion came out.
Ooh, yeah.
I haven't hobbied in 2 weeks.
It's there's a lot of things pulling in a lot of directions.
Yes. Mostly just RimWorld Odyssey.
Sure.
That is the best DLC I think I've ever.
Fair enough.
$25 for DLC. Normally I'm like, we're waiting for a Steam sale.
Yeah.
I have probably dumped 200 hours into that game.
Wow.
It's literally paused on my desktop and minimized. As soon as you leave, Mark, I'm going back in.
Fair enough.
But no, I was out of town for a week with the family. So at night, when everybody was kind of chilling and winding down, I was like, I'm gonna go read. I just went and played that for like 3 hours every night.
Sure.
So even got the vacation video gaming in. But I cleaned up out here quite a bit.
Yeah, it's looking.
I've got like 2 shelves cleared up, 3 shelves cleared up now.
Really tidy. I'm a fan.
I finally got all the most of the loose random terrain off the shelves.
Did that go into bins or did that
it was mostly that bridge. It was so big.
Yeah.
But I put those big, I don't even know how many quart or gallon, totes they are. I custom built the table so those totes would exactly fit. I can do 4 per layer.
Yeah.
And 8 per table.
That's nice.
Yes, it is. So a lot of that stuff got put in bins. And like I had one bin that was just random D&D minis.
Yeah.
And so I reconsolidated that into a slightly bigger bin and then freed up 2 yellow bins. And then I've just been playing like musical crap to get things off shelves.
A place for everything and everything in its place.
And right before you got here, I was like, I think I'm just going to like chuck all this Legions Imperialis stuff. Like it's just, I've tried to sell it. I can't get a hit at like a third of MSRP. And so I was like, I'm just going to, nobody plays it around here.
There's eBay.
Yeah, but then I have to ship it and deal with people, and I'd rather throw it away than have to deal with somebody who's like, I'm missing that one arm. And it's a millimeter long. Deal with it. But I was gonna chuck it, and like literally as you pulled up my kids were out here. I don't know if you saw them, and they're like, Dad, can we play tiny models? It's like, are you kidding me? So I'm gonna have to just like find a bin or something to put those in, and just like the once a month they come out here. But when they play it for like 6 hours.
Well, fair enough.
Yeah, so it's like
keeps them occupied. Right?
Yeah, they're so noisy. But so I mostly just cleaned out here. That's all I really got. So let's jump to games played.
Yes,
and I can just continue my story.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I had this I realized my family was going camping this past weekend because today's Sunday. We're not recording on our normal day.
Whoa.
So the fam just got back a couple hours ago. I was free from Friday at noon until about 3 hours ago.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, hey, does anybody want to come play games?
Yeah.
And 3 other dudes signed up. Jeff also signed up, but he had some issues, so he couldn't make it.
Poor fella.
Yeah. Get well soon. But Jonathan, Steven, and Austin showed up. I had to stop myself from calling him his nickname. And yeah, we hang out and played. I smoked 2 huge racks of ribs, had a good time. I actually played a game of 40K.
Look at you.
I know. I figured, we run a podcast about it. Might as well, occasionally get a game in, right?
Why did you name us this way?
Because it was so cool. But it was Austin's 3rd game total and his first 2,000 point game. Oh, wow. He had played at a store at 1,000 points and against Jeff at 1,000 points. And so the thing that happens when you make that huge step up,
it's a new game.
What you're bringing. It really was. Technically, the game lasted like 7.5 hours.
Oh,
But in that time was like Jonathan came over and we talked and kind of,
So very chill, not like there's no chess timers.
Then Steven came over like, oh, hey man, and we talked to him for like an hour and he showed us his like super vintage guard.
Oh, wow.
Which was cool.
Yeah.
And he hasn't played since 6th edition.
So also basically it's entirely new.
Yeah, this is a completely different game to him. So I was playing Austin. Jonathan had brought his guard. So Jonathan and Steven played in the living room on the table I set up and just kind of did a guard versus guard. So they kind of see the same stat lines and how to shoot and how to move and how to do all the things that you do in 10th edition.
That was why the tanks were slamming into each other.
They kept saying bumper tanks.
Yeah.
Because it was literally, they both had like 20 infantry and like 7 tanks each. And they just bumped around and charged each other just to learn the mechanics. Yeah. And that's the greatest way to do that. And they were having a blast.
That's cool.
And me and Austin, I think we finally called it at the end of 4.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I talked about it last time. I have been real hot on these White Dwarf bunker missions.
Which I did not know were a thing until you brought it up.
I didn't know about it till another podcast brought it up.
Oh, well.
So now I'm desperately trying to find them. I'm going to go to Game Exchange and dig through their pile.
And see which ones have bunker missions.
Because I know which episodes I need now. Or which issues, rather.
That'll be cool.
But they're really cool.
Yeah.
So it's different deployments, different things, different primaries.
Okay.
And usually a crazy secondary. So the mission we played was 5 points, turns 2, 3, 4, and 5. If you hold 1, hold 2, or hold 3.
Ooh.
And then 25 points at the end of the game for everything, for a total OC within 6 inches of the middle of the table. What we did is put like a gigantic like building with no way to get in or anything in the middle.
Yeah.
It did 6 inches out from that just to kind of give us a little bigger buffer and you don't have to like slam in. And it was like 9 inches tall. So you couldn't see through it.
Oh, wow.
So you could kind of hide but knowing me and how I play and kind of have that tournament, whatever, still I'm playing the mission. So turn 4, everything just kind of starts shimmying to the middle and kind of cut him off. And there's just no way he could have come back. But I did well against him. Top of turn 1, my mining lasers blew up both of his dreadnoughts.
Oof.
And it was like, oh, there's 500 points off the board. So I felt super bad about that.
What type of dreadnoughts?
A ballistus and a
Brutalis,
the
punchies.
Which it was like the first time I ever used this. I was like, oh, it's gonna die quick, and sure enough,
boom!
Couldn't have rolled hotter if I wanted to.
What units had mining lasers?
The Ridge Runners, D3 shots each.
Oh,
so D3 shots, I think converted to 6 shots on the first one. Wow. 6 hits, 6 wounds, 27 total damage.
I don't remember those hurting so bad.
Because I missed everything.
Okay.
They're so swingy, though.
Oh.
D3 shots. Like, so this is great.
It's a lottery cannon, then.
I snake eyes that.
Oh, okay.
But it's strength 12 minus 3 for D6 plus 1 damage.
Wow.
And it's like, oh, cool. Like a 6. And then it was like a 2 and a 2. And it's like, oh, that's still a lot.
Yeah.
I could have killed 2 of them.
Yikes. Poor dreadnoughts.
Yeah, and it was just like, oh no, this is not what I needed to do. Like this poor kid's first game. And I just wrecked his stuff. So, but it was fun going through a lot of mechanics. I'm relearning the game too, because I haven't played in, when did we play? 4 months ago?
You've played with Jordan since I think you and I played.
Yeah, but
still going through the motions.
I played me with her army while she was standing there.
Sure. So I take it your dice were a little bit hotter than when we played last.
Man, yeah. And it was so funny because like the big stuff just wouldn't do anything.
Oh.
But then my Genestealers would get in and just, obliterate something. What was that?
Where was that from?
Yeah, it's like, why have you not done this the first 7 times I fielded you?
I was gonna say, where was that 4 games ago?
But no, it was fantastic. It was really good to A, play, B, like just hang out.
Yeah.
And be able to like have those conversations like, oh, hey, speaking of this, and talk for 20 minutes about like random thing.
Yeah.
So it was really fun.
That sounds cool.
It was nice.
I need to play him at some point. Did he have mixed Marines or did he lean one way? Because I know mine lean shooty.
Probably a mix, I guess.
Okay. Not like Black Templars where it's all
not quite
stabby.
And I still want to try Final Day, but I didn't want to the detachment.
Oh.
But I didn't want to like try to figure all that out while also kind of helping him.
That is a lot.
And having not played in 4 months.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, And watching bumper tanks kind of made me be like, man, I could do the Brute Brothers. Give me a guard detachment. It's like, no, Kurt, no more.
One of those, I'm thinking I'm just going to stick with Marines. It's like 40K is not my favorite thing in the world, but I know how it works.
Yeah.
It's like Marines, I can not turn my brain off, but I know what the stat lines are. Exactly. So I don't have to think about like what all these new stat lines are. It's like, I know what heavy intercessors do. I know what intercessors do. I know what...
We kind of talked about that a little bit because, we had like a bunch of different things and different weapons and like, well, one of these and two of those and blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, that's why I like playing Custodes. And then as I went on, I was like, yeah, that was really nice just to have like basically the same everything, same weapon, same whatever on every single model. And I caught myself like, well, I could build a list with this. Like, no, Kurt, no.
Redundancy is fun. That's just...
I've always wanted the floaty tank things they have.
Oh, the...
I was like, I could just hit a button and have one in like 6 hours, but am I going to use it, Yeah. But then it's like, why not? Why shouldn't I?
Why shouldn't
Bilbo. Why shouldn't I?
One of my favorite quotes, and it's led me to many bad financial choices. After all, why shouldn't I?
As you are aimed towards all of my bad decisions.
It's fine.
All right, so let's take a quick break.
Yep.
We'll come back, and we're going to talk about our main topic. And we're back.
We are back.
So before we jump into our main topic, as we were wrapping up that last little segment, I had a thought.
Oh.
You probably saw my post about the Galactic Armory having to take down all their Warhammer 40K things.
Yeah, I saw something about that.
Because they made the helmets, as you see the Primaris helmet over there on the deal. They were told to take all of their things down by Thursday at midnight.
Oh.
Wednesday at midnight? Either way, they were called take it down by this time. And then in the live stream, Games Workshop revealed the Joy Toy wearable helmet.
I saw that.
And as soon as they put that on the table, I was like, ugh. It was like the Leonardo DiCaprio pointing at the TV. It's like, that's why it went down. But what's cool, though, is if you subscribe to their July Patreon, they put all the Warhammer 40K things. Everything they've ever made was in that Patreon.
Oh.
So I kicked them $10. I think I had everything, but it was one of those like, oh, yeah, you're getting more money. Sure. Yep. And then they immediately sent you an archived My Mini Factory download of everything. Oh. So I've got it archived. That cannot be taken down because it was available before the date.
Oh, wow.
But I also did back it up on my server and in Google Drive just in case.
Valid.
So I have every helmet they put out, the weapons, the pistols, all the things. So if you need a plasma pistol or bolt rifle, which I'm actually kicking the bin that it's in right now, I just need to assemble it. I have things.
There is.
Do you need Dante's helmet? I have Dante's helmet.
There is a part of me that would love to have just like
perhaps a Terminator helmet for your desk at home,
an Imperial Fist helmet and a Raven Guard helmet, and just like have those done up.
I want to do the Beaky helmet. I have the files. It's like, man, I'm in the middle of printing my son's Mandalorian armor for his Halloween costume.
Yeah, eventually. That'd be cool, like backdrop, if we ever do
one day. Oh, yeah. Well, even like to have at your store, like just put that on the counter, paint it up. Like
bonk.
High Ground Hobbies, when they do their heresy events every 3 months, their prizes are helmets painted up like different legions.
That's very cool.
So this last season, and that dude's like Siege Studios or Stiffneck Studio, whatever. One of those studios is out of that store. Okay. And so they have them paint up the helmets to the really high standards. And yeah.
Makes sense.
So they look really good. Mine's still like the 3 colors, because I haven't primed them yet. I'm still trying to sand it. I should have done that before I assembled it, but it's fine. You live and you learn.
Hey.
Yeah. So let's talk Black Library.
Yes. Horus Heresy.
If our wonderful listeners will remember, first couple episodes, you had started Horus Rising. Took a little while to get through it. And then you started book 2, which was, I can't
False
think of
Gods.
Started False Gods.
I was going to say, Horus Rising I got maybe a third of the way through it and then was doing other stuff.
Got busy, forgot about it.
And then I was bored one night when I was doing dishes, and I was just like, I'm just going to turn it on. And then that started the snowball.
Because you were only doing it when you were hobbying, right?
Yes.
That was your like hobby.
I was only doing it when I was doing Horus Heresy hobby.
Oh my.
Specifically.
So, yeah, that's very niche.
Yes. So I stopped doing that.
Well, I was going to say, you went from like reading or listening to that one book for like 6 months, and then it has snowballed. Now you're on book 5?
Yeah. About a third or a half of the way through book 5 at this point.
So proud of you.
Well, I figured I could either, because I'm on the road a lot, as you've noticed.
Yes.
I could either listen to the same music that I listen to all day at work, which is fine. I love music. I have playlists that are like upwards of multiple days long.
Oh my.
Yeah. But also I could listen on my commute and when I'm driving around to Horus Heresy books. And I have done that, and suddenly my consumption of them has skyrocketed.
I would say so. I think just since we recorded last, you've done 2 books.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Because, I was on 3, I think, last time.
You were getting ready to start Flight of the Eisenstein.
Yes. And Flight of the Eisenstein's done, and I'm in Fulgrim now. Dang it, Fulgrim.
Just all of them in general. Like that whole...
It is such a fun, like, I love tragedy anyways.
Yes.
Kind of the, like, war is tragic by its nature, but I like it when a setting kind of, I don't know, there's something very visceral about kind of betrayal among brothers and stuff, and just like trust breaking. And
it was very well done series. And I think, just in case you haven't listened to or read the first couple of books, they're almost 20 years old now.
Yes.
We're probably going to talk like real hard spoilers here.
Yes.
So you've been warned.
You've had 20 years plus me.
Yeah.
Plus the time I've taken to listen.
We were talking about the last 3 books of Siege of Terra. I can't even think of what the title of them was.
Aren't they just called The Siege of Terra?
Well, it was like the final act, that last book got broken into 3 books.
Yeah.
And somebody was like, it's been out for, I was like, spoilers. And somebody was like, it's been out for 2 years. No way. No way.
Has it been?
It's been like 2.5 years.
Oh.
The last one came out
goodness
last January.
Wow.
And I just had one of those like, oh my God, I'm getting old moments. Not that I don't have that every time we sit down to record. But I was like, that was 1.5 years ago?
Wow.
I remember driving home. And if you don't know how things happen, Horus was beating Sanguinius. And it was just like, I just got home and just sat in the car for a minute because it was like listening to a snuff film. Like I just had to sit there and like compose myself to walk in the house and like hug my kids.
Wow. That's
crazy.
That's going to be sad when I get to that point.
Well, you've got like 80 books to go.
I've got a ways to brace myself, I think.
But yeah, I mean, so book 1, things go down.
Yes. It made me actually like Horus.
It's so good at that, though, isn't it?
It really was, actually. I was kind of not on the fence, but it's kind of seeing what the result is in 40K. It's like I don't see the appeal. This seems like a very you're going to turn into a screaming tentacle monster, and that is the reward for doing your job good. It's like
that's something I haven't understood ever with like, it's like, oh, I'm going to be a demon prince. Like, that's great. Because used to in the Chaos Army, you'd roll. You could pay point, like, oh, I got 10 points left over. I'll pay for a Chaos boon.
Yeah.
Start of the game, you roll your, D66 table. And on a 66, you became a demon prince. And kept all your gear and all your things. But on like a 11 or 11 through 13, you became a spawn.
Yeah. It was awful. It was like
I think I became a spawn like 20 times, and I only ever became a demon prince once. But you'd always roll the dice like one at a time, like, all right, it's a 6. It's like, oh, I have +1 weapon skill now. Cool.
Darn. I will say in Flight of the Eisenstein, that's the first time that there was ever I understand why this person went to Chaos. And it was specifically because of Chaos doing it. It wasn't oh, you poor thing, you've been betrayed or whatever. We can get to that part later. But
yes.
Yeah, Garville Loken, I like him a lot. He's
such a fantastic character.
He's really cool.
Yeah. And it's so hard not to be like, I can't wait till this happens.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm even now trying to like hold back like how awesome it's going to get for you. I wish I could take this ride again.
I've gotten some spoilers for stuff, and there's so much information. It's fine.
It's hard because there's like 80 books. Yeah. It's so spread out.
And it's kind of out of order, I imagine, quite a bit of it, which is fine.
I think I've given you a brief list of like, you can skip these 7 books. Like, it's not great.
Yeah. But no, that kind of first things first, in Horus Rising, the opening to that, so cool. The first 30 minutes, just like, I was there when the Emperor fell. I was like, what do you mean? This is book 1. What are you doing?
And I don't know if it was on the podcast last time or not, but I was listening to that book. And it was one of those, like, I was driving to like Macon, Georgia, and it was like a 5-hour drive. And I pulled over like on the side of the interstate. Was like, is this really book 1? Like, did I? And I was like, no, it's book 1. Like, okay.
I was so confused because it was like talking about Luna Wolves. I was like, they're not Luna Wolves. I at least know that.
Did I miss the whole timeline?
I've been lied to, but no, it's just kind of like it's a
joking story they tell to start the book.
Well, it's like the offshoot of humanity from what, like the old night kind of, when everything goes to crap.
Everybody lost their stuff and fended for themselves, and
so there's all these splinter
worlds and systems
and splinter cultures of humanity, and one of them has an emperor, and it's all these books thus far. I really appreciate that everything is so alien.
Yes.
Like, there's just dudes and they're completely invisible, and so the first fight with the Space Marines in that book is basically they're fighting like these invisible guards in kind of this city. It was at the Emperor's Royal Guards in that, where
I was like, I faintly remember that.
They're just like invisible. They just seemed like a weird shimmer that was kind of, like, that's so cool.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a lot of the enemies, you have no idea what they are. Like, you're learning about them as the Space Marines are.
And the not Tyranids.
The Megarachnids.
Yes.
Those were really cool.
That was, and they spit the concrete or whatever, and like
they had to go rescue them and stuff. Yeah. But yeah, no, that was cool. And kind of seeing, it's so interesting because at this point there's like a very anti-religious, secular, a bit snooty in the Imperium. Kind of, they're pushing and trying to like push out the belief of gods, which I still find baffling from the Emperor who's made a deal with them. But
have they started the whole Imperial Truth thing yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they started that.
Oh man, like it's so hard not to just sit here and spoil everything. Like, it's so crazy because those first 3 or 4 books, like, you meet all these great characters and you don't see them again for a very, very long time.
The
all of them.
The photographer girl, I forget.
Keeler.
Yes. That just like, you get like this the scholar who basically sees
Cinderman.
Yeah, Cinderman sees the transfigured, I forget the Space Marine that happened, but basically Samus possesses a Space Marine. And he's like, oh, there's no such thing as spirits. And then instantly like, oh, what's that?
And even the battle where is it Euphrates Keeler she's in like the library and the demon comes out and and the thing actually protects her.
Yes, the Aquila like glows and then
I don't know. I just remember reading that for the first time again in the car driving to some crap hole city for work.
Yeah.
And man, I'd get like 6 hours at a time, It was so cool.
It's one of those like, I understand why your beliefs have changed suddenly. You saw someone throw their necklace at a chaos entity and they burned away.
That's what it seemed like.
Yeah.
Oh, there's just so many cool, and even seeing like how the servitors work and things like that, and just the perspective of a human on the capital ship for the Sons of Horus. Luna Wolves at this time.
At the beginning, yes. Seeing like the beginning of the lodges, which is kind of like it seems like a great idea. It's kind of like where rank is ignored.
We're all buddies.
Yeah. It's like a place to kind of drink and talk, and it's like you ignore rank pretty much, and but it's secret, and it's kind of like
it's a secret that the entire ship knows about.
Almost the entire ship, but yeah, pretty much. But it's come to find out that has roots in chaos cults. Whoops!
It's that that whole first book, you're just like, it's the calls from inside the building. Get out.
Yes.
And you can't. But Dan made you love Horus.
Yes.
I almost said Harris.
The Harris Horus.
What it is, it's the honest heresy. He jacks up the intro every time.
Oh, it's great.
But I love those videos. But we'll get to that.
Yep. Yeah, no, seeing that, like, it made me, I guess I never understood or hadn't seen why Horus was made War Master. It's like, I get it now. He's a very intelligent political animal. He's a capable general. He's got the respect and admiration of his men. Because I've only heard of him when he had fallen to chaos, and he's a very different character.
Somebody was like, Dan, do 400 pages, make us love Horus.
Yeah.
And then in the next book, make us hate Horus.
Yeah. I wish Dan had written the second book, because I have a couple.
He comes back
issues.
a lot. Yeah. Well, and it was just, things were so loose. And I checked. April 2006.
Oh, wow.
So that book is 19 years old.
Oh.
We're coming up on the 20-year anniversary.
Insane.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. And of course, I didn't start listening to him until probably 2015 or so.
But yeah, hearing that, and I think the first book had the Mega Arachnid, and then the Luna Wolves come to save the Emperor's children.
Just so good.
Oh, the Emperor's children. Oh, you boys. I love Saul Tarvitz.
Oh, Saul.
Saul's really cool. But, man, Lucius just, oh, man. When Gavi punched him in the face. Yeah.
Did Karn die in the first couple of books yet?
He got hit with a
rhino.
He got hit with a rhino,
catcher,
and then carried off.
Assumed dead.
Yeah.
There's a book, and the audiobook is great. The prologue is like, we found Karn! And he's like just mangled like you would expect. But Korn saves him. Oh. The first time.
Oh.
And that's, it's cool.
Was he was fighting Saul Tarvitz?
I think so.
And then
he jumped out of the way and the rhino hit him or something.
Rhino bonk. Yep. He did not have his blinkers on, and he got
not
hit.
That time. Jeez.
He was not rhino certified.
But yeah, the book ends up with and I can't think of the marine name that turns. And but Euphrates happens to get pictures of it, and it's like this whole blasphemous thing, and we don't talk about it. And
it's like even in the pictures, it looks wrong.
Yes,
like it's just. It's wrong.
It was so good.
And it's kind of, everyone gets the idea that this is, because they kind of, the last bastion of this planet of humans that follow this other emperor, there's kind of like this weird, creepy religion in the mountains and stuff. And so they're clearing this out and have like no problems at all. They're getting weird static and voices and stuff over their Vox, which was like a really creepy setting for it.
And part of me wishes like they could have done that audio drama style and just had that kind of in the background and let it like crescendo at some point and like lean and wane and all.
And it was like really bad when one of the characters like, yeah, I don't have Vox and I'm hearing it in my head too. It's like, that's not just a transmission. But yeah, one of the Marines ends up getting possessed and just like goes ballistic on his entire squad. Yeah, and everyone's freaking out because at this point, Marine on Marine violence is like completely unheard of.
Yes.
Like you do not fight.
And they had to like put him down
after he killed like 10 people, but 10 Marines. And so
it's the Sons of Horus.
They'll
deserve it eventually.
Give them time. But yeah, and then Loken puts him down, and then he's not actually down because he gets back up and like mutates and stuff. And then that's when they get the pictures after he kills a couple of the remembrancers.
Yeah, because her Mercedes' boyfriend or somebody gets it.
Yeah.
Or interest. I don't know.
He gets smacked.
And has it made sense like what her enhancements and all that are? Like she's got like the camcorder in her eyeball or whatever. Okay.
Where she can just like blink kind of
and it
get
turns
pictures.
it on and records it. She's got the memory banks and that she ends up showing Dor and all that to prove it. And
which that was cool. It's like, I can see now why she needed to survive. She was important to that. Yeah, and then
plot armor.
Yeah. At the end of the first book, it goes into them finding a bastion of humanity that were very advanced. I think they were called the Interrex.
Yes, the Interrex.
Yes, and that was heartbreaking because they were actually going to, like, they were having peace talks and stuff, and they showed Horus and all his guys this museum of, like, super powerful weapons and stuff, and then one night when they were having peace talks, one of the captains let slip to Garville that they were afraid of them at first because they thought they might have been tainted by chaos. And of course, Loken's like, what is that? And so he's like midway through his explanation of what that is.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. And then he's like,
wait, what?
I have orders to like arrest you, kind of. We've been attacked. And like Horus is so distraught. And then they end up actually having to fight their way out. But like Horus gets really hurt, actually, takes a lot of damage, and they take a lot of casualties and stuff. And he's really just sad that kind of it fell through and under what he feels like are false accusations. And then you find out frickin' Erebus stole their sword. So
there's a theme.
Yeah.
And that's going to happen a lot.
I bet.
Just so you know.
Yeah, so one of the word bearers kind of was along with them for chaos reasons, I'm sure, but he steals, I forget what it was called, but
yeah, I don't know.
One of the magic blade that can adjust to be fatal to whatever it touches, pretty much. And that's just how the first book ends. It's like
there's a reason the Eye of Horus podcast calls them the Turd Bearers.
Yeah, I don't like them very much because in the second book they have
Off to False Gods.
Yes, Off to False Gods.
And as you're talking, I'm kind of flipping through the plot summary. It's like, oh yeah, because I re-listened to him a year or two ago.
That's a lot of information in a year or two ago.
And the Siege of Terra happened since then.
So I don't remember fully the beginning of False Gods, but I know kind of the gist is Erebus is calling Horus to this specific world, which is a previously conquered world that was supposed to be under Imperium control and has fallen, like has just rebelled. And apparently Horus now just has a massive ego and can't take the being insulted by this guy that he trusted to ensure this planet's safety. He's kind of, I guess, feels personally insulted. That
now, is that the moon where the stabbing goes down?
This is.
They expected a forest.
Yes.
And it was like a swamp and decaying and all that. And that's what I remember just being like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
I know this scene.
Yep.
I've seen this.
Yep. Yeah. So it's the planet itself is fine. And then they go to the moon, and the moon's supposed to be the same biome as the planet, but it's just a rotten, just festering, corrupt.
Yeah.
Like
they started describing it. It's like, uh-oh.
They used the word festering. I know what this is going to be.
No bueno.
Yeah. So, yeah. Don't they drop a Titan on that planet?
I could not tell you.
All
I know is plague zombies were a thing.
Yeah, there was a bunch of corpses all around of like the guard that were, I guess, the
Mournival?
No, the human guard that were left behind.
Yeah.
They were all dead pretty much at that point. And then they get back up and they're Nurgle zombies. And you get a fun like Space Marines fighting zombies, and they're freaked out because it's like, these are corpses. These shouldn't be this strong. These shouldn't be alive at all.
I fear that I'm going to start these books over now. I think I've got the first like 15 on my server. So
that's cool. And then kind of, they come across the flagship that was in orbit, that was the planetary or like the forces, and it had crashed onto this moon. And then they all like go inside and get split up because the thing's structural integrity's trash. And I guess long story short, Horus gets stabbed with a rusty knife.
What do they call it?
It's the
anathema, right?
It's the blade that Erebus stole, to find out. Which is, as previously mentioned, can adapt to be fatal to whatever it stabs. So in this case, it just
worked out.
Yeah. How'd he get this sword, I wonder?
Wait a second.
Yeah. So Horus is dying at this point, which is just unbelievable to everyone.
Yes.
You get another line of like, I was there when Horus fell. It's like, oh no.
I see what they're doing.
He fell over.
That's not foreshadowing. I don't know what When too, so they take him to the Davenite cultist temple thing.
And they do it while they make that decision in the lodge.
Yes.
While the only people that would have disagreed with doing that were not present. They were searching for what had stabbed Horus, because at this time they didn't
Nobody
know.
knows, yeah.
Yeah. They just know suddenly he's taken a wound and he's not getting better, which is unheard of for a Primarch. It freaks them out, too.
Oh, yeah. The panic and the Legion nearly falling apart was just awesome.
It's like, wow.
And so they give him something and he has the visions, right? It's 3 or 4 of the Nurgle gods or 3 or 4 of the Chaos gods that they talk to him, or
they perform a ritual while they're in the place.
Right.
And as far as I'm aware, that just like he's just kind of journeying through the warp at that point.
Right.
And then they send in Erebus to go talk to him.
Right.
Of course, it's in a sealed chamber, so no one's supposed to be in there with it. They basically tell Horus's guys that, hey, he'll either come out in, what is it, like 8 days or something, or he'll die.
Yeah.
And at this point, they're so desperate, they're even willing to resort to sorcery, basically, which is a big no-no for the Imperium at this point.
You'll learn a lot more about that in like 5 more books.
But yeah, so Erebus, as always, going in there to mess things up, goes into the warp as well and takes the appearance of one of Horus's beloved sons who died a long time ago and feeds him a bunch of nonsense. So this is the part where I actually got a little frustrated with it, because technically Erebus didn't, other than appearing as someone he's not, Erebus didn't lie straight up on what he was showing. Kind of, this is the future, which is obviously like the Horus sees visions of the Imperium in 40K. Where everything's like grim, dark, and awful, and he sees monuments to half the Primarchs, and he's not there. And it's like, do you not notice that half the Primarchs aren't there? The ones you're really close with right now and are considering betraying the Imperium with.
And see, I struggle with that part of the book, especially the visions, because there were 3 or something. Or,
there were several.
Yeah, and I felt that was kind of a slog.
To me, there's a lot that's riding on Horus believing what he's being shown.
Sure.
He comes to find out that Erebus is Erebus and not the guy he was pretending to be. And Magnus is in the warp too, trying to dissuade him.
Sure.
And it's like, why are you believing the person that started off lying to you? And it's kind of, Horus even says, he's aware that he's being deceived or whatever. The thing is, too, of the visions that Horus sees, one thing that Erebus mentions is that the Emperor made a deal with Chaos and isn't holding up his end of the bargain. And he's pitching the idea that Chaos just wants their end to be held up.
Right.
And as far as I'm aware, that actually is what's happening.
Technically.
And they don't show it.
Yeah.
Like, you show all these visions, you could have had Horus see the Emperor making a deal with the Chaos gods, and they didn't do it. Instead, he gets really pissed off that apparently he was a test tube baby, and that upsets him to the point of, like, I thought you knew that. Like, it was...
Maybe it didn't come up.
I don't know. I'm okay with the sequence of events. It needed to be longer, I feel like, because you went from Horus being the bestest of boys to, I'm going to believe a guy who's actively lying to me, and I'm going to betray everything. And it's like, that's a big jump. That's a really big jump.
Yeah.
And like I said, you could have, I feel like they could have harped on some other things more. And especially since, like, Erebus isn't technically lying. This is the future. And but yeah, it's just like, maybe show, don't tell, when you can literally teleport him and show him wherever.
Yeah.
It felt very fast, but
I think that was kind of my problem. That whole, like, middle part of the book, it was just like, woof, and over.
The same problem I have with Revenge of the Sith, where it is, this is the turning point for the entire setting of the galaxy, and you have dedicated 5 minutes to it.
Back 20 minutes of the movie is all we get.
Yeah.
Like,
well, it's like with Order 66. Order 66 is a montage. Like, what?
We got more of Order 66 in
Mandalorian.
Ahsoka, wasn't it?
Both.
Yeah. So it was like, come on.
I get maybe in Star Wars case, I didn't want to be too depressing or something, but it's like, this is a very important moment for the story. And I really feel like you need to let that sit a little bit longer than 5 minutes.
Again, it's so hard not to just spoil the whole thing, man. There are scenes in Master of Mankind that are really cool. The book opens. I think it opens.
Yeah.
The book is a lot of the Emperor, he's on his throne doing his thing, and the Battle of the Webway starts because of Magnus's shenanigans in the Webway. And the Emperor keeps so he can do that thing where he pulls you into his visions or his thoughts or his memories. And so his lead custodian's hanging out, or his main guy that's just next to him at all times. Yeah. He'll just be snap fingers. And in that 10th of a second, he's reliving him being a child and his uncle killing his father.
Wow.
And then, something else happens. And then it's a vision of him a little bit older and getting revenge on his uncle. And then, but this custodian sitting here going through this journey, and that's how we're seeing it. It's really, really cool.
Interesting.
And so it is kind of neat. At some point, they do kind of flash back a little bit, not quite to that.
Yeah, yeah.
And I know there's a part of one of the last books where the Space Wolves are attacking Horus, trying to stop him from getting to Terra.
Yeah.
And Russ kind of reflects on remembering, I think it was this book, that him and Horus were the first two Primarchs they found. So they trained together and all the things.
Yeah.
And Horus bragged on Russ acting like an animal to everyone that sees him. But behind closed doors, he's this brilliant, strategist and all the things.
Yeah. No, I was just thinking of it's going to be rough when I get to Space Wolf stuff.
Yeah. In that book, man, that book brought me into 40K. That's when I was that's the army I want.
I'm open to being swayed, but
it is cool. So
everything I know about their lore, it's this is just everything everyone accuses the Ultramarines of.
It's very well done. And not to spoil a lot of it, Dan Abnett wrote the book.
That automatically gives me some hope that it will be well done. And
not to sidetrack, but we gotta have this, and we may have talked about it a little bit last. I don't know. Maybe it was offline. I don't know. But the book opens with a guy just getting shot down over Fenris on accident.
Oh wow! Whoops.
Bear shoots him down on accident, and to make up for that, he goes to rescue him. And the only way they can save the guy they shot down is to not turn him into a space marine, but the procedure they do to the people who are too old.
Oh, okay.
So you get a lot of the stuff, but you're still going to get old and die.
Okay.
You're still going to grow frail. But for the most part, so they turn him into a skald or storyteller.
Okay.
So he deploys with the units, he does all the things, and the book is from his point of view.
That's cool.
Because, he wants to, or he was just like a reporter, and now he's literally got to do the reporting for the Space Wolves. And at the end of the battle, they're in the Great Hall, and he has to tell the story of how they conquered the whatever.
Yeah.
And that's the whole book.
That's cool.
But then all the stuff goes down with Magnus, and you see the Nicaea stuff go down, and Psychers get banned, then Magnus's things, and there's time jumps.
Yeah.
But he's there on Prospero when it burns, hence the name of the book. Prospero burns.
Oh, gotcha.
And so you get to see all that from his point of view.
That will be cool when I get there.
It's awesome. So he gets stabbed. Things go down.
He gets
comes
stabbed.
out.
He comes out.
Changed Primarch.
Yeah. And at this point, there's already a lot of friction within the Legion because
even the Mournival.
Yeah. They're split down the middle.
Yes.
Half and half, because it's what are you doing to our Primarch? If he comes back, I don't think I want us to see what he comes back as.
Yes.
And turns out they're right.
I can't think of the guy's name that died that Loken took his place on the Mournival. I can see it, and I'm going to click it as soon as I can find the clickable thing here.
He died in the early stages of that fight with the other Emperor, and I forget his name. But yeah, so I guess that pretty much is the end of that book.
Yeah. And again, not the best, but it's setting tones.
It's not bad. It's
Yes.
more just like, this is a very different Horus than the last book, because he suddenly has like an ego streak.
Well, if you thought that book was different, or that Horus rather,
Yeah. Which it's fine afterwards, like, because then at this
you
point
kind of look
he's,
back. It's like, oh, it makes sense.
he's revived with chaos juice, so I can accept that he's a different person on the other side, and is less changed than most people who come back with chaos juice, to be fair.
One of my favorite scenes from the Heresy, and I don't think it's happened yet, and if it has, by all means, but there's a scene where Horus is talking to the Primarchs that are going to betray. And, you know, they're all sitting there like, should we do it? Like, and it might be a short story. And there's one where Angron's like, you know, I forgot exactly what he says, but he's like, you guys are still loyal?
Oh, wow.
and everybody's like, and that's when they're like, okay, yeah, we're doing this. Because, you know, he just hates everything about the Emperor and everything he stands for. And you'll get way into that later.
Angron's already terrifying because he's basically, I mean...
To watch and listen to his backstory, man, is just...
I know it's pretty rough, like with
heartbreaking.
the Emperor fumbling that one pretty hard.
Well, yes. Yeah.
I'm torn on... I don't know, and I've heard this critique of these books before, that some of the people who are writing the Emperor really don't like the Emperor, because it's like, you are making really stupid choices for someone who's supposed to have the gift of like foresight and is a psyker.
Yeah.
Like he understands that his sons are different and require kind of different things of him. And then you have how he treats Angron. It's like, you have fumbled this so hard.
Even in Back to Master of Mankind, there's a scene where Arkan Land, he's like this great scientist and explorer and all these things. And there's a scene where the Emperor has Angron on the table, like, you know, sedated and everything. And he's trying to figure out how to take the nails out. And they bring Arkan Land in. And that's when they determine, like, you can't. These things have grown into his spinal column, and like it's going to kill him. And it was that moment of like, he felt so bad and sorry for him. And it's just that like levity that I just didn't expect. Like 42 books in,
Yeah.
I only know it's 42 because it's on my phone. I was listening to it earlier, and it's just like, oh, you know, like he did care,
Yeah.
but he can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
So
It's I'm sure I'll have a more in-depth opinion on the Emperor as we go. I know a lot of people don't like him, and just like he's a worse Sigmar.
I think the writing about him got better as it went on.
I'll have to see. I've seen some cool things about him, but also it's like, man, you're making bad choices.
A lot of those happen in the series. Just FYI.
A lot of it's just kind of like I say, it's the tragedy of, you know, the train wreck's going to happen, and seeing the early warning signs and just watching as this
That's me literally talking about
82
Andor.
book
Yeah.
train wreck happens.
But I'm went through the same thing with Andor this morning. I finished season 2 thinking we could talk about it today. You haven't seen it.
You were wrong.
But you know how it ends.
Yeah.
You know what happens. And it's just like,
Just the inevitability of it is,
and the anxiety almost of like, well, what happens to this character? How does this? I know they survive, but like, oh, this looks bad, you know. And it's just, I don't know. I enjoy that so much.
No, that is cool. I've been enjoying it a lot.
So book 3, things get real. Those poor souls.
Poor souls. This I forget the title of the third book now.
Galaxy in
Flames. Yeah,
because you know
the burning of Isstvan 3
everything. And 5.
Not yet. We haven't gone to 5 yet.
Oh,
only 3.
5 happened?
I don't know. 5 hasn't happened yet though, because that's when Salamander's Iron Hands, Raven Guard.
Oh, I thought
show
that was,
up.
that's right.
So yeah, no, I've gotten 2 or 3 perspectives now of Isstvan 3, but we haven't gone to 5 yet.
Oh man.
So
well then,
yeah. So basically, Horus calls the legions that are currently loyal to him, which is part of what's the World Eaters, the Death Guard, and a small portion of the Emperor's children.
Yes.
And Fulgrim at this point, I think, is fully with
I think
Horus.
he's committed.
Yeah, he like visited. They kind of shook hands on it. They're going to betray the Emperor.
Sweet. I gotta go do my thing.
Yeah, and he went off to go try.
He went to 5 to start fortifying that, didn't he?
He went to go try and convince Ferrus Manus to join.
Yes.
And you find out later that he failed. Lol. Arrogant jerk. Poor baby. But yeah, so it's kind of interesting. You notice a lot of the Astartes figure out how weird their deployment is, because the guys that are getting sent down to take this planet, first of all, it's way too many.
Yeah.
It is a ridiculous amount of force.
200,000 people to take this
Probably
planet?
not. But also it's not according to squad. Or it's like not according
they
to...
broke up the units or whatever.
It's not like this company's going, it's like just this guy and his men.
Wait a
just
second.
this guy and his men. It's like really random. Or, I mean, it's not random at all, but they're confused by it. I think Saul Tarvitz is the only one that figures it out specifically. I know the Luna Wolves, who are at this point, after Horus is resurrected, are rebranded. They are the Sons of Horus now. They've got their
Emerald green.
they're Verulian.
Beautiful color, though.
Yeah, I love that color. It's so cool in Marines.
Sucker for teal. Or shades of it. Yeah, this was a rough one.
Yeah. Well, I was surprised how like the entire back half of this book is just this battle. It's like, wow.
And it just gets grimmer.
Yeah.
And grimmer.
Yep.
As it, ammo's running out.
Yep.
People are getting destroyed left and right.
So pretty much all of the weird way that they're sent down ends up being everyone that Horus doesn't think is loyal to him and their Primarchs, i.e. the actual loyalists, get sent down there to invade the planet, and then they virus bomb the planet. And Saul Tarbitz. I forget if there's an R. I don't know. Saul, the Emperor's Children loyalist, figures out what they're doing and makes a break for it.
Bunch of people underground, right?
He
try to survive it.
Basically, he makes a break for the surface because they've cut off communication. So everyone on the surface can't get any word out and don't know. They've just been completely cut off.
What's the name of the dreadnought?
Rylanor?
Yes.
So basically, he bum rushes to the surface to warn all the surviving like Marines at that point that, hey, you guys need to get into cover, like underground, because they are virus bombing the planet. And virus bombs are like these super devastating, awful weapons that like only
within 20 minutes it can circle the planet and basically consume all life or something.
It's
crazy.
like a hyper aggressive bacteria that consumes all living tissue.
And then they ignite it because the fumes are so...
Yes. So basically it completely consumes and just causes all life on the surface to decay. So an entire world dies in like 10 minutes. And then with all the gases that are put off from all that decay and death, they drop a firebomb on it and ignite the entire surface. So,
which is insane.
When
they were talking about it in the book, it's like, there's no way they're going to drop a virus bomb. It's like,
yeah, they did.
Oh, crap, they dropped a virus bomb.
Yeah, they've dropped an entire fleet's worth of virus bombs, which, by the way, the only people that can sanction doing that are the Emperor himself and Horus. So that's unheard of, and it's in a quantity unheard of.
You've got the power.
Yeah, evidently. So some people survive. A lot of people don't.
A lot of people don't.
A lot of Marines don't. And then pretty much Horus sends in his loyalists, now traitors, to clean up the survivors. So the back half of the book is basically a ever dwindling population of survivors who are trapped in this city that they were fighting to take a little bit ago, and they're just trying to defend it against all the
all the traitors at that point,
and an Imperator class Titan.
Which some of those scenes are just crazy.
Oh man, the Mournival, which are Horus's like 4 advisors, 2 of them are loyalist and 2 of them are traitor.
They battle in this, don't they?
They battle in that. And
did you see the Forge World scenic base for Abaddon and Loken?
No, I don't think so.
When they did those character models, they're
on a scenic.
They're posed. Their characters are posed like they're, and then you don't really notice. And then you buy the scenic base, which is like the size of this thing, and it's like it's the battle happening, and like
that's so cool.
It's and Magnus and what's his name have one too. Russ. There used to be a scenic base you could buy.
That's really cool.
To where it looks like they're fighting each other, but it just looks like a cool pose by themselves. But you put them next to each other, and it's like, no, his sword's hitting that, and his spells are sweeping around and hitting Russ, and it's really cool.
That's really cool. But that fight, it's like, man, I know that Henry Cavill's Warhammer show is probably not going to start with Horus Heresy, but I want it to so badly.
It's one of those things, like, some fans would appreciate it, but most people are going to be like, I don't know what this is. And I don't think they would take that risk.
I don't know.
That's not how you sell people on this.
I'm not sure.
Lore in history. I'm praying they do Eisenhorn. It's got to be Eisenhorn.
Here's the thing, though. Like, no one knew what on Earth Astartes was, and that caused a huge, unprecedented boom. And same thing with Secret Level. You can just drop people into stuff and let the visuals tell some of it.
Yeah.
But
I think those are not be a slow burn to tell the story, though.
Yeah.
Like, we need a 25 episode season 1 of book 1. And then book 2, like you said, like, there's a lot.
The thing is, you are at least following Garville Loken.
Sure.
So, like,
how much is that going to cost?
Don't know.
The CG, just to get the suits, man?
Don't know.
Like, I don't know that Amazon's got, granted, they blew like, what, $500 million just to get the rights for Lord of the Rings? So.
Not that they did. They apparently blew all of that on the rights because the costumes.
It's just like.
The rubber. If they come out with, like, the Space Marines are in rubber costumes, I will riot. That will be so bad.
If it's better than the Ultramarines movie from the early 2000s, it's fine.
Henry Cavill. But please don't disappoint. Like, I trust him because he cares. But it's more just like, how much is the studio going to let him do his thing?
That was part of the deal, though. But yeah, so basically, the Purge.
Yeah, pretty much.
Marine edition.
Yeah, all the Traitor Legions, or those ones up to this point, those 4, getting rid of their loyalist Marines.
Get the fat off the bone.
Yeah. And then that's setting up, I assume, for when they ambush some of the loyalist chapters, which I think is just Iron Hand, Salamanders, Raven Guard, maybe White Scars. I don't think White
Scars weren't there. I think it was just those 3 or 4
getting slammed by
trying to cripple the good guys.
Yeah. So
little quotation marks.
There may not be good guys in 40K, but there are definitely bad guys. It is one of those things I find fascinating, though, because it's like, yes, the Imperium's awful, but you see what happens when you deviate a little bit to one way or the other. It's like, oh, and now you're Chaos Spawn, or oh, and now you're overrun by Tyranids. It's like there's no room for error or mercy in the universe they're in. And it's,
I'm so excited for you to get to book 7.
What's that one? Is that about?
Alpha Legion.
Ooh.
It's one of those just crazy books.
That'll be cool.
And I think I actually have a physical copy of Descent of Angels if you've actually felt like reading.
It's not that I don't feel like reading. Oh. It's I don't think I can read and drive at the same time.
Right. Yeah, that's frowned upon.
No, I've been thoroughly enjoying it. And getting the story, because after that, we won't get into it in this episode, I don't think, but like the 4th book is kind of from the perspective of the Death Guard that are like involved with some of that story that was on Isstvan 3. You get another perspective that you only got half of before.
Kind of escaping, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you get like some preempt, like the first
through it if we don't deviate too much.
The first half of the book is kind of just finding out more about Mortarion and kind of his... And they
what
fight.
He's got going on.
Yeah, they fight some weird bug aliens, which there's a lot of bug aliens come to find. But kind of one of them's a psyker, and it like warns Nathaniel Garro. It's like, you guys are gonna make the galaxy burn. You're gonna like doom everyone. And he's like, oh,
I don't remember that.
It's very early in the beginning. But like Sisters of Silence actually show up to deal with the psyker thing too, and that's the first time we've seen.
Taste,
Yep, seen some Sisters of Silence. But then book 4 is kind of, you get Nathaniel Garro's story. Mortarion actually apparently has some modicum of mercy because Garro was one of the ones considered to be loyal to the Emperor, and Mortarion deliberately did not try to have him killed on the Isstvan 3 purge and thought he could turn him. Didn't work out, and Nathaniel Garro ends up like taking some refugees off of the Sons of Horus ship. One of the veterans, and then the Remembrancers, the ones that didn't get, because
Frady and Mercedes,
and
Cinderman.
Yes, All the rest of them get butchered by Horus. He loads them up into a room to show them that he's virus bombing the planet, and then he has the Marines basically butcher them in the theater.
Jeez.
This is rough.
It's bad.
Yeah. He's a bad man now.
But it is a neat book because like halfway through the Geller shields fail.
Yes.
And
Yeah, so
Chaos,
they have to like jump into the warp to try and get away, because at this point they're the only loyalist ship in a giant fleet
Trying
of like
to
3
break
legions.
away and all-
yeah.
yeah.
So they have to jump basically blind into the warp.
and
And
get stranded
yeah,
in the warp.
they get stranded. Their Geller fields fail, and Nurgle demons start appearing everywhere in the ship.
everywhere.
Yeah, not good. But
Speed things up.
yeah,
Dorn to the rescue.
yes, they kind of pop out and blow their warp drive basically as a beacon, and it ends up being Dorn and the Imperial Fists that come save them.
I don't know. That's a great thing for them, though.
No,
Like literally anybody else.
Dorn did dislocate his jaw on hearing that Horus was traitor, but he did actually listen. So it's kind of
Yeah, but
he was on his way. I mean, I would rather it be Dorn than basically any of the alternatives at this point, because there wasn't much. Dorn was at least close to, he was on his way to defend, like start fortifying Terra. He didn't know why. And he's like, oh, well, I guess it's probably against my brothers then.
oh crap. Yeah.
Yeah.
But basically, it's heavily implied that the survivors are going to work with Malcador and essentially become like a wing of what becomes the Inquisition, like a
And,
private,
yeah.
uncorruptible kind of.
I think doesn't he become Grey Knights or something?
I don't know. That's a
Might
future
be-
story you haven't read yet.
Yeah.
Different series. So something that's interesting. At one point in this series, I caught up. It's like, I've read all 42 books or 40 books or whatever
wow.
it was, and I started the books. The orc books. I'm completely
Gazgul?
drunk. No. The 10 books or 12 books that was the orcs. The Imperial Fists get wiped out.
Oh, Armageddon.
Nope.
Is it not?
That's Olenor.
War of the Beast.
War of the Beast. I did the War of the Beast books. And a character is in that
Oh.
I did not expect.
Oh.
I didn't know who it was until
Yeah.
the end. Turns out the old man survives
Oh, wow.
for like 1,000 more years.
Wow. That's interesting. Oh, the Horus, Sons of Horus veteran? That guy? The old man. There's a lot of old men in this. I'll figure it out when I get to it.
You think of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you got to read the series. It's amazing. He didn't show up to like book 12. It's like, what the hell?
Man. And yeah, poor Imperial Fists get like wiped to a man. I mean, they're still Imperial Fists because it's just their successor chapters that were Imperial Fists.
They all
back
donate
and-
like 100 dudes. Like,
Yeah.
"Oh, we're back. We're fine. But they have a parade to prove that no, they're here. And it's all but like the one guy. Like you really enjoy that series. It's a lot of politics,
which I'm fine with.
It felt kind of like Attack of the Clones at one point,
Yeah.
where the whole book was just like the Senate debating.
Oh, wow.
What do we do? How do we handle orcs? Like,
Yeah. I am a little sad from what I know about that one that it's like orcs are suddenly just like busted beyond belief, and it's like they're just butchering everyone that's thrown at them.
prime orcs.
Yes, but still, they haven't been that much of a threat before. I'd have to read it.
Stuff happens to make it's.
Oh, yeah, 'cause they
got their
escalate,
hands on
right?
some things, and then
I forget where it's at in the lore, but like the orcs that get stranded on a planet with Tyranids, and they're both just in a perpetual arms
they
race
can't.
and just keep getting worse and worse and worse. It's like you're gonna have prime orcs, like full on, and like Krorks at this point, and like unstoppable Tyranids. It's like they can't kill each other, but when one of them does win, they're gonna wipe the floor with everything else in the galaxy. I think they just
so
like bombed that planet or something, but I
too,
forget what
yeah,
they did.
jeez.
You guys gotta stop.
all right. So that's our. I don't want to say brief.
Our not brief
Horus
discussion.
Heresy, this series, book 1 through 4,
Yes.
kind of.
I'm really enjoying it. It's fun.
Yeah, they're good books.
Yeah.
They're really good books.
I'm impressed. I had heard they were good. They are good. I have my gripes, but they're good.
I wish you could read or listen to them faster, because it's like we have so many things to talk about, and there's so many good books.
Yeah.
That like if you're like, I'm reading this, like I'm gonna have to just read along. Like I'll probably try to read Legion with you, just because it was one of those like that was like whoa, because it's so vastly different than everything else you've seen, and you get to see things.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
That'll be cool.
I liked it. Anything else?
I think that's it for now.
Read the Heresy, folks. Listen to the Heresy, folks.
Cool. You can hate Erebus and Lucius just like me.
My wife will argue that you have not read the book, Mark.
That's fine. It's fine.
That was a debate one day on a road trip where it was like, it's not reading.
I've listened to the book.
I've comprehended the book.
It is different, but it's all I can manage at this point.
I will say on my beach trip, I restarted the Night Lords trilogy.
Ooh.
Man, I love the bad guys. Like, it's so cool to be so bad. But there's a scene. Spoilers again if you haven't. Conrad dies.
Ooh. Oh, yeah,
After the fact.
Assassin.
Yes. It goes through them and how they handled it.
Oh.
Because the main character of the Night Lords trilogy, whose name I just blanked on, he is the one that actually kills or chases the assassin. So you get to see all that kind of happen from his point of view.
Oh, wow.
Really cool. Really, and that brought me back to the Heresy. And I was like,
yeah,
oh,
that's kind of cool.
That book is super fast and super slow at the same time. Because there's just like slogging scenes, like, and then there's a scene where like they have to take out a Titan with a Thunderhawk
Oh.
And like the menial slave guy is driving that to distract it while they're strapping bombs to its legs. And
wow.
It was such a cool scene.
That's wild.
And then it's like, all right, we're going to talk about things for 100 pages. Like, we're bad and we're sad. And it like amps back up again. It's like, oh, come on.
Pick one.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, yeah, it's pretty cool. There's a scene where they're waking up a dreadnought.
Oh.
And they've tried like 4 or 5 times in the 1,000 years or 10,000 years. Like, he just won't wake up.
Oh.
And they start the process, and somebody comes in to interrupt it and like start shooting bolters. And the dreadnought wakes up and like, and, assault cannons him or whatever. And he's like, "Why'd you wake up this time?" He's like, "I heard bolters. I thought there was battle." I was like, "Yes." So it was kind of cool.
Dreadnoughts are awesome. Oh, dreadnoughts are so cool.
And I think he fights the guy who's also in a dreadnought that killed him like 10,000 years ago on Terra.
Wow, the loyalist.
They meet again.
That's awesome.
And they punch each other to death.
Right.
But it was like, oh, he got his revenge.
That's kind of cool.
The Blood Angels dreadnought was surviving, but they like pulled out the guy's corpse, and he's like, "You should know, you've tried twice and failed against so and so the Great," and it's great.
That's
awesome.
cool.
Yeah. And but just the description of the dreadnought, how all that worked, and waking it up. All right, so let's wrap this one up.
Yep.
Episode 11, we talked about the Heresy books.
There are many. There are many more.
And so hopefully you kind of enjoyed this. I don't know, not a rundown, but like a quick breakdown of the books.
Hitting the high marks.
Heresy Book Club?
Yeah.
I just titled this episode.
Whoa.
Nice. I'm Kurt.
I'm Mark.
And talk to you next time.
See you later.